My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is July 21st, 2026. It is 3:44 a.m. This is the third video. So I'm just continuing. Let's go to the next tweet. First tweet. In this video, we're talking about Harry's protection, security in New York in comparison to what his father's trying to do, not providing him security. Alright, so next tweet. The crowd, the squad are laughing. So the UK has a new prime minister. So this one, I think it's Keir Starmer. Let me just read it. Breaking: Keir Starmer has arrived at Buckingham Palace to officially tender his resignation as prime minister. All right, so let me just go through it. Really, look at the crowd. Okay, comparing to Trooping the Color. Is that okay? Look at the crowd here. Did they announce that he was gonna go? Keir Starmer was gonna go to the palace. Okay, so he resigned. Okay, more turnout for Keir Starmer than those that own Buckingham Palace. Okay, more crowds than for your royal family. I'm confused. Are they happy to see him leave or excited about the new prime minister? Let's see. Both. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, let me not go into politics. I've been trying to avoid some political things. Too many things going on around the world. It's crazy. All right, so next tweet. There's that here. I still can't believe someone thought William was the right choice to be patron of the Football Association. Personally, I prefer football patron who can actually play football and don't look like Mr. Bean. I responded to a tweet a few minutes ago. Let me go look for it and paste it here because he's not football president anymore. Let me go look for it. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna put over there. In my humble opinion, I think people were complaining about him being the president of Football Association. They probably forced him to step down. I remember people talking about it a while back. He's no longer the president of Football Association. So there's all of that. I'm gonna paste that over here. Okay, just that. So I'm done with that. Okay, so people are laughing. Can you fix Willy Leak's spine, Wadey? There's that. I whip with the GIF. Let's pause and agree with Zandy. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Let me not waste time with this. Prince William nomination. Oh, I think they're talking about how the paper is trying to make it seems like William is nominated. All right, so people are laughing. To put it as plainly as possible, if With Love Meghan wins its category, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, will receive an Emmy award. If The Reluctant Traveler wins either of its category, William will not be receive anything, making it clear that only one of the two is actually nominated. Oh, she put the archive. I'll put the link in the description for you guys, okay? You guys could read it. Where is it? One more. Why do I have complete? Okay, it's not working. So let me. Oh, it's asking you. I'm not a robot. Okay. All right. So there's the link. All right. So I'll share that in my community board, and I'll put the link over here for you guys as well. Okay. Okay, it's fair to say that when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got married back in 2018, they did not immediately experience the happily ever after that newlyweds dream of, as the British press cruelly targeted their relationship. As I am sure you can remember, Meghan was relentlessly vilified and bullied while subjected to a constant stream of baseless tabloid scrutiny, in which she was criticized for everything from eating avocado to the way she wished her then 6-year-old nephew Prince George a happy birthday on Instagram. Negative false categories. Alright, so there's more, okay? They went back a little bit history. So where's the thing about with love Meghan? Okay, let's pick it up here. Last year, Meghan decided to step back into the spotlight with the launch of her lifestyle Netflix series With Love Meghan, which she hosted and executive produced across 2 seasons and a Christmas special. The show followed Meghan as she hosted friends and famous guests in a beautiful California home where they share cooking, gardening, and hosting tips. The series made for truly joyful comfort viewing, and last week Meghan shared her absolute delight at it being nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award. She wrote on her Instagram page at the time, "A huge congratulations to the amazing crew, producers, and team who work on With Love Meghan on at Netflix. We are nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Lifestyle Series." As her caption said, Meghan's series is nominated for Outstanding Lifestyle Program and is up against A Different Breed, Georgia to the Rescue, The Motherhood, and The Wizard of Oz. Needless to say, Meghan's supporters were overjoyed for the Duchess, but the excitement turned to confusion when subsequent news headlines started to surface suggesting that Prince William had achieved similar success, which is absolutely not the case. You see, William's link to the Emmys is that an episode of Eugene Levy's show that he appeared on was nominated for Outstanding Writing for a non-fiction program. The episode of Eugene's The Reluctant Travelers was called Living the Royal's Life in the UK and featured William as the Schitt's Creek actor Tor Windsor Castle. While William was in the show, the nomination actually doesn't have anything to do with him. The nominees more specifically are David Riley and Christine Rose, who wrote the Apple TV Plus episode. Okay, the rest will be on the, you could go finish it. I'm telling you, these people, they have no shame, absolutely no shame. All right, so when you click on that, they're gonna ask you if you're a bat or not. All right, make the print bigger. There's that. These derangers are beyond clownish. They're diabolical, idiotic. That's the laugh here. People are laughing. Eugene Levy still wonder why Prince William wanted to be on The Reluctant Traveler. Okay, so there's that. William knows it's a big deal to be nominated. That man is sick with jealousy. Do you notice that they are regularly pitting Lazy Willy against Meghan lately? Shouldn't he be competing against his future monarch peers? Let's see here, there's 2 comments here. He can compete there. Every single European monarch heir wipes the floor with him, and most of them are women. Most of them are women, younger, more beautiful, graceful, and infinitely more prepared to offer substance in their roles, the most underwhelmingly heir in Europe. There's only about 2 or 3 heirs that are around his age, and the rest are either children or young adults. Even then, he still come up short. Oh my God. I don't know. Let me pause this. I don't know how 240-something-year-old continue to be infantilized and embarrassed by the British media and their psycho friend, yet they don't seem to be bothered by it. They don't care. They have no shame. Imagine being more committed to discrediting a woman than to reporting the fact. That's not journalism. It's an agenda. 1990. All right, let's leave that alone. Next tweet, that other tweet is so funny. He can compete with the European royals. I don't know. He has no shame whatsoever. Right, next tweet. I believe Kate is just as evil as Willy, but I find it hilarious that they actually wrote there's still a lot of work to do and trying to drill a bit of sense into William. There's a laugh here. William listened to Kate. She's probably the only person who can get through to him. She has managed to drill a bit of sense into him, but there's still a lot of work to do. Please, Kate, please. Kate talking and telling William what to do? No. Do you see how William embarrassed him in public? Like chop chop or don't touch me, this type of thing. Angry William's behavior reportedly tearing Kate apart as sources claim she doesn't know what to do as her husband is consumed with bitterness. That's his own doing. Alright, so the date is recently 2026. Drip, drip, drip. Just like that child with a finger trying to stop the leak from the dam from causing disastrous harm to the village down the Dream River. Sooner or later, enough leakage will spill free and the whole truth shall be revealed. It is inevitable. Toxic British media. No one has denied Harry's account of what happened when Willy assaulted him in his own kitchen. The heir's thuggish behavior cannot be excused by pain because he still loves Harry. What? He asked Harry not to tell Meghan because he cares what she thinks and wants to guard his reputation. The worst, and Harry went and said in his book, the worst thing they've been doing and still do is pampering this man-child who's never learned to take responsibility. He is such a tantrum toddler. Tantrum toddler. Alright, next tweet. Okay, so there's that. What an utter disgrace. There's a retweet here. Also, he ended war in the Middle East. Prince William to forever honor commitment to Middle East peace. That was back in 2018. That was it. I'm not gonna go in the retweet. Nonsense. I feel bad for what's going on in the Middle East still. 3 more tweets after this. Alright. I just paused for a few and I'm not sure if I went over this already. Okay, Meghan just doing what she has always done and done so beautifully. Can't wait. And there's that. Next tweet. Oops, I didn't even put anything. Next tweet. Okay. She's an Emmy-nominated princess, a New York Times best-selling author, and a People's Choice Award winner, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Is that a video? Nope, that's just an image. Okay, today I conclude that all the hatred has been, and which still is occurring, was organized directly from Buckingham Palace ever since Prince Harry presented his stunningly beautiful and all senses black princess to the world. Her humility, endurance, resilience, hard work, royalty, loyalty, and future are finally paying off. I'm super happy and proud of our queen. Alright, so that's it. No more comment. Let's go to the next tweet. Derangers. Okay, no lie, Umedo has canned this tweet about royal reporters. No lies detected. Alright, what is that here? Being a royal correspondent must be the most thankless job in journalism, having to talk pure bullocks for hours on end. Alright, that's the response here. Unlike any other journalist correspondent, you can't say what you think. You can't express anything critical, controversial, or potentially damaging. You're essentially a PR person expected to coo COO over Catherine's dress or George's funny antics. Otherwise, royal access is denied. So it's them who's making the access to the royal family so precious, because if you just ignore it and do your own thing, they will not think so much of themselves. Well, whatever. Royston did it the other day. I bet he got crap for it. 27 seconds.
Did go to the Pope.
But it can't just, duty is not doing the bits you want to do and refusing to do the bits you don't want to do.
The one thing...
The one thing that it does give, like, there's a little bit of a warning sign in the weeds, is we've had a briefing very recently from to the Daily Mail along the lines that the Foreign Office can't get William to travel overseas, and that he's been abroad 8 times to either watch football or rugby, but they can't. He refused to go to Jimmy Carter's funeral. Charles had to force him to go to the Pope's funeral.
He did go to the Pope.
But it can't just, duty is not doing the bits you want to do and refusing to do the bits you don't want to do.
The one thing...
The one thing that it does give...
I remember sharing this already. Possibly, but as Newsweek is targeted at Americans, much of his content focused on the Sussexes, not the working royals. My point is, this is a stunning and rare indictment of William by a royal reporter. Yeah, that is true. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Finally telling the truth. Yeah, they've been trying to dumbing down the US already with the papers. Alright, so there's this here. James Corden asked Prince Harry, what will it take, do you think, for England to get to a final? Ask him. Meaning to this person here. The Duke of Sussex replied, pointing at the other guy next to James and giggling. And then Harry proceeded to give well-informed football commentary. That's what I said in the previous video. Or was it in this video where I mentioned it? he did give a great analysis of it. Okay, all I could see was how beautiful he looks. All right, let's see here. 1 minute and 34 seconds. Are there any comments? Yeah, there are some comments.
What would it take, do you think, for England to get to a final?
Ask him. No one wants to hear my answer.
Yeah, what do you think? What does it take?
Be very careful what I say here. What's it going to take? I think it's
I already do analysis of it. I let it play completely and then I say what I was thinking. Here where he said here, I have to think carefully. Where is it?
my answer.
Yeah, what do you think? What does it take?
Be very careful what I say here.
Okay, right there. I have to be very careful of what I say here. So he knows when they ask him question, I think that same topic, I have to be careful of what I say here. I think that always popped up in his mind, to be careful of what he says. Okay? So he doesn't sound like, whatever, the Derangers, the Royal Rats will always twist his words. So I always think whenever he's answering a question, that type of thing popped up in his brain. I have to be very careful of what I say here. Okay? So let's start all over.
Ask him. No one wants to hear my answer.
Yeah, what do you think? What does it take?
Be very careful what I say here. What's it going to take? I think it's a mindset. I I what we saw. He knows.
He's right. We've been saying this all day. Yeah, go on.
I think that what we saw was a slight shock value for the team. Shit, we're 1-0 up against Argentina, and then there was this immediate temptation to fall into defence. I don't think it was a tactic. I don't think that was the plan. It just happened, and you can't in 75, 72, 73 minutes, however long it was. Yeah. Try to defend a 1-0 lead against a team like that. You just can't. So
okay, a team like that, meaning the Argentinian team, meaning that Argentina is not a nobody type of team. They are very strong. They are very good. So this is where Heavy saying that their mindset sort of changed. It wasn't part of their plan. And then once they got that goal, instead of go and try to score more, instead they were defending their 1 point nil. Okay, you're gonna see him say, I'm gonna record this by itself, especially where he said I had to be careful what he said here. I think this is something I'll be using in the future.
The mindset is the belief, is the fact that if you are 1-0 up, believe that you can be 2-0 up.
You need to come on my podcast and do this with me. Like
This is where this guy, now I learned he is a football player. I don't know if he retired, but this is where listening to Heavy is like, oh shit, Heavy is talking sense here. We need to discuss this more. All right, this is what I think this guy realized here. Okay, because many people think Harry is, doesn't have a mind of his own. All right.
Hang on. I'm going to go one better. I'm going to go one better than this. Once Thomas Tuchel steps down in 2 years' time after the Euros, what about this? Manager, Rio Ferdinand. Assistant manager, Prince Harry. Yeah. Me and Ian, bibs and cones, doing the drills, doing the work. I honestly feel like the four of us could deliver England the World Cup.
All right, so I thought that was a very good discussion that Harry was, his opinion on the game. Like I've said when I first shared that video, and video 2, I think, I did not watch none of the games. My husband and the kids were watching it. Okay, Heavy said to ask Rio Ferdinand.
What would it take, do you think?
Heavy said to ask Rio Ferdinand, a famous England footballer. Okay, so I learned he is. Yeah, Prince Harry was charming and yummy. The other guy is Rio Ferdinand, one of the most decorated English footballers of all time, regarded by many as one of England's greatest ever defenders. That's why Prince Harry said, ask him. Okay, I'm learning more as I'm reading these comments here. Rio Ferdinand is a former English player and a pundit. That's why Heavy said that. Anyway, his answer was fire. I think so too. I really think so too. The other guy is Rio Ferdinand, who played for England and 3 World Cups. His name is Rio Ferdinand, is a prominent retired English footballer. Okay, so now I learned he's retired. Yeah, God. The other guy is Rio Ferdinand. All right, so let's leave that alone. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm sort of done with royals. I think I am. Tweet left. Oh, there's some more about FIFA. Okay, so there's that here. Breaking. Trump Tower in Chicago is said to be located on a street called Barack Hussein Obama Way. A petition started in early May has already blown past nearly 30,000 signatures. Alderman Brendan Riley, 42nd Ward, just introduced the ordinance in Chicago City Council this week. You know what I like about this? The fact that it's not an African American who's asking for this. It's another white person. It called for honorary Barack Hussein Obama Way designation on the east side of North Wabash between Zenzi and Wacker. When asked if the sign will sit right by Trump Tower, Riley answered, "Of course." They throwing shade left and right with Trump. Mayor Brendan Johnson's reaction: "I'm glad that the alderman put it forward and we'll have the debate. There certainly is no debate to the exceptional leadership of President Obama. If it is clears the Committee on the Pedestrian and Traffic Safety and full council, honorary signs could go up right outside Trump Tower and on the Wabash Avenue Bridge." Read more. Okay, Trump will be very jealous, as Trump is not only vile, evil, but a very jealous kind of person. Don't worry, Trump Tower Chicago will be seized to recover the frauds and illegalities Trump and family have committed. It should be renamed Jimmy Carter Towers. And if this is the case, if this become, they pass the ordinance and it become the name of President Obama, one thing they have to be careful in Chicago, make sure they vote every term, because these people, they will never forget. They'll put their people in to make sure once they get in office to remove it. Okay, so that's almost like will be a bullseye kind of thing. So Chicago better be careful, because these people never forget. All right, so let's leave that alone. Let's go to the next one. It's regarding FIFA, the World Cup. Two more after that. All right. LOL. Trump was edited out of the photo. Dream do come true. All right, so there's that here. They remove him out of here. All right, so there's that. I was reading I saw something from The View. Maybe I should look for it, where they said the team of Spain is due to immigration or something like that, where they have, I think Argentina was the only team that did not have, other group of people. They were all white. All right, so that's that. Let me finish what's on my list. There's the laugh here. You know what? Let me pause. All right, so this is what I was talking about. Let's pause this. What you saw there for 39 days is a celebration of immigration. After Spain defeated Argentina in Sunday's World Cup final, All right, let's listen to it. It's 1 minute and 35 seconds screenshot, and then I'll go to the next one.
A full fourth of the players that played here, so there was like 1,248 players. 25% of them were born in a country different than they were playing for.
Yes.
So what you saw there for 39 days is a celebration of immigration. So many of those players were, a lot of them were born in refugee camps and had to go through some, incredible conditions and situations in order to get to where they were. I thought it was a party for 39 days. I think it was beautiful to celebrate the different nations and see all these people walking around our streets. Now, there is
Can I just point out, he looks like somebody inserted his picture.
I know. He inserted himself. But I mean, it's like, I don't know how this guy thinks that he's not going to get booed in a stadium that's full of Latin Americans and Spaniards.
Yeah.
Right? When I was looking at the Argentine team, and they've got all these tattoos and they're going up on stage to get their second place medals, I thought to myself, if these guys weren't on this field, if they were standing in front of a Home Depot, Trump's ICE would be racially profiling them and dragging them through the streets.
Correct.
And as far as Spain, let me just tell you some of the things he has recently said about Spain.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to trade with them. I don't want to do any more trade with them. Make it immediately. Don't even talk to them. They're hopeless. Bad people. And Spain is a loser, he said in March. Oh, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
They are winners. No, they're not.
All right, so that was that. I came across it. I thought I'd share it with you. I'm not going to go in the comments. All right, next tweet. This is from Miss Harriman. I started listening to him. I was not going to put it on the list. Then once I started listening to him, I was like, yeah, let me put it. Because I feel the same way with him. Please tell me I'm not alone and feeling this way. Screenshot.
I've been meaning to make this video for a while now. And I guess when it happens to you again, you're like, oh yeah, I need to speak about this. So, I've always sort of been irritated my whole life by people that do things in public without thinking of others. But it's exponentially got a lot worse over the last few years. And the main one is people that pull out their phones and just either have conversations, FaceTime calls, WhatsApp calls on speaker in a bus or train. And yesterday I was on a train journey, and this couple just pulled out the football highlights, full volume, for everyone to hear. And I walked up to them and I said, excuse me, it's a little loud for everyone else in the carriage. And they looked at me like I was, a crazy person. They're like, all right. And then they switched it off, giving me daggers like I was a person. And then there was another one where I was sat just in front of a father and son. And it was so loud. I could hear it through my own headphones. So I turned around and I said, excuse me. It's just really loud. And the father was almost ready to square up to me, and then he decided it wasn't a good idea. And I was like, am I the person misbehaving here? I find it extraordinary, the idea you can be in a place with other people there and have really, really loud, music or a TV show, and you're just in your own world. And I think it's a reflection of the society we've become.
Yeah.
This kind of individualism and lack of care for each other and not thinking of each other. It's really, really bad. I mean, when I was younger, I used to get very frustrated by people just not going through the protocol of cinema. I'm really funny about cinema. Like, if you go in a cinema, as soon as you get in there, you don't speak. And I love trailers. And I used to really get upset by people that would talk during trailers. Like, that whole thing is very sacred to me. And if anyone spoke during the movie, then I would again have a word. But there's just like a whole thing, thinking of others. And it's happening. The phone thing is happening more and more. Whether it's conversations on speakerphone or people just watching things, not giving a damn about anyone else. And that is not the way. Let me know if you agree. Sometimes I say things on the internet that I think are really, really kind of obvious, and people will say, well, actually no. But honestly, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, and it's only increasing, and I don't think it's a good thing. Cheers.
I agree with him 100%. The most recent that happened to me was when I went to Massachusetts last month. And while we went, I took the kids to the museum, Kennedy Museum or library. There was a show, like a 20 to 24 minute show. We were in there. They literally tell people to turn off their phone. And this lady, I sat way back. My kids and I were like the last row. And it wasn't a huge theater. It's very good, decent size, but it's not like huge like when you go to a different cinema. So that lady was maybe 2 rows in front of me, and throughout the show she was on her phone shopping. I mean, it's not, once you pay to get to the in the library, you have the option of watching the show, okay, or just go around and explore. I was so annoyed by it. I didn't say anything, but I was annoyed by it because the light was so disrupting my view of the screen. They literally said turn off your phone before the thing started, and she was just on her phone shopping. And I don't know why she even went in there. Okay, I totally agree 100%. I also hate taking my kids on public transportation because of the foul language some people use, completely disregarding who's around them. We went from modernism to the ancient stand where the a-hole is king, gold digger is queen. F your feelings is their rallying cry as they stomp all over the planet, pushing everyone out of the way. You're not alone. I find it so cool. It's upsetting that so many people don't seem to consider the impact they have on others. Well done for saying so to people. I'm usually too scared of repercussion. Okay, yeah, I really hate when people go in public. I have to hear their music. You know, it may be a music that I listen to, but the fact that maybe in that moment, that state of mind, I just don't want to listen to anything. I come across that a lot. On this is my number one pet peeve. I once offered a guy sitting next to me my earphone to relieve the train of his loud iPhone video. He said, nah, that's okay, and pulled out his own. I was flabbergasted that he had earphones on him, but then bothered to use them. The other day I had to tell my son, where's your earphone? Where was I with him? Was it at the doctor or something? Okay, I can't agree more. You're one of the few who still show respect for public spaces and have a sense of decency. Maybe it's just zeitgeist, but it's a huge bugbear of mine. What bothers me most is the sheer audacity. All right, so I think this is it. Oh, one more. All right, so this, I might have to fast forward part of it. I'll try not to talk that much, so when I'm editing I could just fast forward. Okay, so there's somewhere here, okay, I guess they're competing who can stand on their hands longer. All right, so I'll fast forward a little bit when I play it, and then yeah, it's 2 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm not gonna go in the comments. Okay, yeah, white people tried it, but we will not be denied all of those white girls going home with pounding headaches. Oh my god. But anyway, I just thought I'd share it with you. There'll be a screenshot and some part where I fast forward it. I'll remove the screenshot.
Y'all tried it, white people? Even outnumbered, we still got on that ass. Yes, sir. On
the count of 3, 2, 1, go! Cheer 'em on, crowd.
She looks so short.
Hold on, Flip. We gotta meet this young lady. What's your name?
Jade Wesson.
Jade, you did not move. You've been practicing?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Lil Star. Congratulations, Lil Star. You represented. Yes, sir.
Well, that's true, okay? Congratulations to her. She won. She did her thing. She didn't move at all. She almost twitched a little bit. Let me go back, okay? You're gonna see before she started, she took her time to balance herself. And then I think that helps a lot. Unlike this young lady here who went too quick and then lose her balance and then automatically out. Watch.
2, 1. Cheer him on, crowd. Who's gonna be the best handstander in the house?
Okay, she took her time to position herself and then boom, she balanced. This one was too quick. The other thing as well, let's move forward now that I have already played. We gotta give her credit as well, this young lady, because she could have gone easily because she lost balance quickly, but she was trying, forcing herself. From moving around too much, I guess she got tired. The other thing as well, the mascot, when he came out, I was so pissed because he went right next to her to disturb her. I was so pissed when I first came across it. You see, he came right next to her trying to disturb her. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, kudos to the second place winner, because she could have gone a long time ago. But anyway, that is it. Please let's do a prayer. The last prayer that I said, pray for security. All right, let's say pray for wisdom. Okay, Heavenly Father, I come to you asking for a gift of wisdom when I am faced with difficult choices. Grant me the clarity to see the right path and the courage to walk it. Remove confusion from my mind. Give me an understanding heart so that my words and action reflect your truth. Guide my step today and always, in your name, amen. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Please don't forget to check my shop. One for jigsaw puzzles, and the other one is some t-shirt, cups, and whatnot. All right, so that is it. The link are in the description. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.